Hey, besties. Let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? Now, over in those VH1 streets, they titled their reunion. Over there on Bravo, it's just reunion. Part 1, part 2, part 3. No title. I don't like this title. We may need to change it. Everyone wearing pink on the set except for Jackie. She wearing her infamous black. Now, did y'all catch that Evelyn's clothing line is She by Evelyn Lozada? Can you do that? I mean, come on. She has already been done. You are putting a hex on your clothing line, calling it She. Why it couldn't be her? And honey, Brooke said she want to see what the shade, who's gonna throw the shade, because honey, she gonna throw the whole tree. All right, behind the shade. Let's get into it. And so the girls just don't see it for Jen and Christian with their upcoming their upcoming wedding. Child, I just heard they all were invited and nobody came. I heard Evelyn didn't come because she just did not support this union. And that makes sense. Ooh, let's get into it. Hey, besties. Welcome to Behind the Shade. Come on in. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, make sure your notification bell is on. Let's go ahead and throw some shade and get into another episode of the Basketball Wives, Season 11, Episode 26, The Reunion. Hot mics and spicy drama. That's a horrible title. We could have just named it The Reunion. That's it. That's all we needed to do. Fact checked. Reunion. Fact check. But we don't need a title for the reunion. But anyway, so Laura calls Jackie to tell her she's sick or whatever. And so Jackie's like, oh no. And so she said, let me know how it goes. Now, was Laura supposed to come or no? And why is Laura calling Jackie and not calling Jen? Because Jen brought her back into the show. Are they funking? And we just don't know? Are they funking? Is this something I missed at the fight? Okay. Besties, let me know. Brandy says, we about to get the real tea, honey. Jackie wants to get the sisterhood back together. Girl, shut up. Jacille says Jackie talks about everybody. And does. Evelyn says if she was into screwing dogs, she would have a horse at home. Ouch. Ooh, ouch. So Nina Parker starts off with the watch what happens live type of game. So she says a quote and they have to figure out which one of the ladies said it. They get it right. Woo, woo, woo. So, first part of the reunion, they go into Evelyn getting her hours to become a real private investigator. Evelyn talks about her love for it. She's always wanted to do it. And yes, she's going to finish her 6,000 hours to become a professional, a certified PI. Jackie, they bring up the Jackie and the woman of the night gate. And Jackie says she has never been a streetwalker. And so they like, well, you sure know about the life. But she says, yeah, but I never have done it. So Brandy brings up the word ponderosa. Well, do you know what the ponderosa is? Because y'all know that's Jackie's favorite word. So ponderosa is where the can you say that word? Where the streetwalkers bosses and the streetwalkers meet up, they switch, they flop, they meet, they do whatever. Okay, so then they go into Jackie being sorry, you guys. They go into I need some water. They go into Jackie loving to record them. when they're talking and all this and that. So oh, no, 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 no. Back up, back up, back up. No, they talk about the recording of Jackie that Sunday did when she was talking about the girls. Okay, so Brandy, so she talked about how Brandy was not able to have kids. So Jackie says Sunday said Brandy could not have kids. And no, no, no. Let me back up. Let me hold on. Let me get something to drink because I'm messing this all up. Let's start over. So they talk about Jackie on the recordings that Sunday recorded of Jackie speaking about all of the girls in this group. It was said that Brandy, they brought up like Brandy not being able to have kids. Jackie says Sunday said Brandy either needs to have a kid or get divorced in order to be relevant on the show. And so Brandy's like, you need to get a divorce. Free Doug. Free Doug. Ah, baby. That was funny. So they have their back and forth and back again. So then they move into Jacille and her voice. So she's Jacille's trying to talk. Jackie won't let her. And Jackie's like, let me hold your hand. Let me hold your hand. And she's like, Jackie, I have nothing against you. I love you. But so Jackie cuts her off again. Well, I said you sound like Daffy Duck. And so Jackie's like, my voice is husky. Your voice is husky. My voice is husky too. Jackie, your voice is not husky. Shut up. So then they went from Jackie recording them in Mexico. Like, Jackie, why are you always trying to record people? Were you recording them or were you checking your voicemails or checking your text messages? So Jackie admitted she was trying to record the girls. So then they go on to Brooke's dating life and how she got her divorce from Steven. And then next thing they know, she went on a date with Fred. And that's the one guy that gave her the pink Chanel purse. Y'all said it was fake. And then she went on to Kevin, and that went on for 3 weeks. And then she was talking about moving in with him and getting married. And so Nina asked her, do you agree that you moved too fast? Because everybody thinks you're moving too fast. And so Brooke said no. And it was like, she said, everyone except for Evelyn. Evelyn told me to have fun. And so she doesn't think she moved fast. She said, I'll go where the conversation goes. And so they asked her, was she like sprung on the pole? And she was like, no, I'm too old for that. I used to do that. It was called beep drunk. Richard, the nickname for Richard, I can't say these words. So she asked, was she beep drunk on the, in love with the third leg? I really got to get my words together. Or do y'all enjoy this? Of me scrambling through my brain trying to figure out what to say. The pole. That's what I said. The pole. So she's like, So the girls thought she was moving too fast, except Evelyn. Evelyn's like, have fun. And so she let us know she's dating now. So they're like, well, who? She's like, I'm not telling. I'm not talking about it. Just know there's no wedding date, just trips. Okay, Briss Brooke. We're not getting married right now, but we got these trips booked, honey. Then they go to Brandy. And she says, she wants her life. She wants to find herself in her life. Before she get up out of here, she wants to find peace within herself. And so the question was asked, where do her and Jason stand? And so she said the humiliation has made her feel like she just deserves better. And then at other times, she really wants her family. So she's divided and she don't know. She want her cake and eat it too. Sound like you want an open relationship, but maybe that's not what she's saying. Jason's cheating is even affecting baby Jason now that he's older. His friends can Google and see when he's Googled, the first thing that pops up on the clickbait is his dad cheating on his mom, and it's just hurtful. They moved to Evelyn and asked why does she throw Jason's infidelity up in Brandy's face. She said, because I don't like him. Well, wait a minute. Why you don't like somebody's husband? You shouldn't even know them that well to not like them. But I guess all the rumors and all the 300 and 111 women he done slept with. I guess that would make you go ew. And Brandy said, "Well, neither one of us cares that you don't like him." And so Brandy asked Evelyn, like, you've been throwing digs at me because you don't like him. What does that do for you? And that's her little signature question when was she funky with you? What does that do for you? She said, well, when we argue, we were just arguing. You talk crap and, I talk crap. And she said, but, I apologize and it won't happen again. So Nina asked Brandy, do you accept her apology? She said, I have 4 times. Golly, 4 times. Okay, Jackie. Evelyn is baby Jackie. I'm going to call her baby Jackie. She said 4 times, but she doesn't know Evelyn. And so she pointed out that Brooke, that's her friend. And so she's like, as being my friend, you did nothing. Like, you said nothing to Evelyn when she was acting up with me. And so she told her straight up, you should have checked her. Okay, Brandy, say that to your best friend. Stand up for me. What about me? So, and I kind of like Brooke's delivery. I like her responses. She knows what she's saying. She said, yeah, but she said, but you was there when I was going through all that mess with Jackie, and you were still inviting her to your cooking class and this, that. You didn't tell me. And I've told you I'm trying to protect my space, and you was about to bring me into a space where she was at. Like, that was not cool. Brandy says, well, but I was still looking out for you. Brooke is like, how? We weren't in a good place when you was getting into it with Evelyn. And Brandy said she was wrong for that, but she would never let someone sit in her face and disrespect Brooke. And so Brooke is like, well, at the time of Evelyn making digs at Jason, we were not in a good space, and I wasn't in a space to defend you. Heifer is what she trying to tell you. Y'all wasn't cool, so she was gonna keep quiet. She said, I was gonna let that be between you and Evelyn. Y'all are both my friends, and I wasn't gonna pick a side. Just like you didn't with Jackie and me. Brandy gonna hold on to it, honey. She gonna have one in the reserve. She gonna hold on to it and put it in her pocket because she knows she gonna need to use it later. And here we are. So they kind of like, so Brandy's like, I love you. It's cool. We cool. It's good. We good. We cool. It's cool. It's cool. That's what she was saying. It was like, okay. I don't believe her, but that is what it is. And Brandy's like, it is what it is, So, baby, after the commercial break, Cheyenne joins the cast on set in her white dress. Baby, what is happening here? Y'all just not going, well, she don't have to dress like them because she's not a castmate. So they flash back to her and Brooke getting into it at the women's empowerment brunch. Evelyn is trying to make some resolve, and then they showed footage when they was going back and forth at the table in Mexico. Jacille and Brandy mad because it's like when we was trying to kumbaya this group with Jackie, Evelyn, and y'all was saying nope, I ain't doing it, nope, I ain't doing it. So then when Evelyn decides to extend the olive branch to Jackie after they tried, oh, it's cool to do it now. It's cool to be friends with Jackie because you said it. And so, but it wasn't cool when they tried to do it. So Brandy said, people gravitate to Evelyn and everybody is scared of Brooke. Brooke, South Central LA, honey. honey, South Central, honey. Don't let it come out. So they all like, what? Scared of me? I'll gravitate. So Jocelyn was like, I ain't scared of nobody. You ain't talking about me, honey. That old that old husky voice came out, honey. The Daffy Duck said, I ain't scared of none of you. Got me messed up, honey. So Brooke tells Brandy as she's trying to find her way back into the group, she said, I've made new friendships with these ladies. She talking about Evelyn. And so you don't know them yet. And maybe that's what your issue is. And she said, well, no, you're wrong. It's like, it is true. Best friends be territorial, child. They want to be their best friend's only friend. I even went through stuff like that. Like, calm down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a best friend stop talking to me because she brought her friends to me and we formed a group together, me, her, and her friends. And she cut me off because me and one of her friends was hanging out. But it wasn't no shady mess. It wasn't janky. We were in a group text. We would want to do things. We would ask the group that they want to do stuff. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. And the best friend wasn't responding at all. And I wasn't checking for that because I'm not that kind of person. So me and the friend, we would hang out because we lived close and we shared similar interests. So we would go and kick it. And this thing over here getting jealous because you put a group together, we trying to socialize, and you got mad because we socialized. We never did nothing without telling the group. You know what I'm saying? That was the respect and the sisterhood we were trying to develop. And we would have fun all together, but honey, that green-eyed monster will slip in at any time with no warning. Don't play. Them best friends, honey. Let's all just take a deep breath. So let's see. So they go back to Mexico where Cheyenne. So they asked so Nina asked Cheyenne, were you shocked to get an invite to Mexico? She was like, no. I just don't like her delivery. Her eyes and just how she talked. It just gives like ghetto to me. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Like, she cute, she's intelligent, but she still got that edge to her. Were you shocked that you got invited to Mexico by Jackie? No, I knew that Jackie would invite me. Okay. So then they talk about her face that's plastered all over her luggage. And she said, I sure do. It's for marketing. Yeah, da 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 da. So then she said, even Jen asked, where did I get it from? And Jen was like, no, because Cheyenne was trying to make it seem like Jen was like on her, like, oh, I like it. Jen was like, no, I was wondering, where did you get that from? Because I had never seen that before. So now I'm thinking, okay, was it marketing or are you just trying to be funny? You know what I'm saying? Because, Cheyenne kind of gives off that little weird energy to me. So Cheyenne accuses Brooke of gay bashing. When they got into it, they were leaving and the security was a lesbian. And, Brooke said what she said. So a fan asked Jocelle, like, do she still feel like Brooke wasn't gay bashing? And she said, I don't think she was gay bashing. All she said was, you still a woman and I'll beat your bleep up. Oh, no. You still a woman and I'll beat your beep like one. Cheyenne said, you wasn't going to do nothing. Ooh, see what I'm talking about? No. So Brooke corrects her and Jocelle or whatever. She says, no, I said you dress like a boy, but you're still a beep and I'll still beep your beep. So Brooke and Cheyenne have a back and forth and back again. Oh, y'all. And then Cheyenne was kind of like, kind of pushing her a little bit. You know, it's like, you look like a man. You said you look like a man, and it was derogatory, and you wasn't gonna do nothing. Just like now, you staying in your seat. It's like, what do you want her? Like, you coming with the drama. You want her to get up and beat you up? Do you want South Central to get up and beat you up? You ain't got all those people on stage with you. All security gonna do is come in and break y'all up. Jackie ain't finna get up and do nothing. Girl, be quiet, Cheyenne. And the whole point of dressing up for the reunion is to have some decorum. You know what word I'm getting ready to say. Cheyenne, you are not acting demure. You have on that pretty dress, act like a lady. And so Brooke was like, I'm not apologizing for that, so whatever. And so they're like, that's just how you gonna leave it? And so Brooke said, well, I already told her that I don't like her. Now, if you guys know their history, they've been knowing of each other for they go back 20, 30 years, because I think they both were in the music video industry, and they both have dated basketball players and stuff. So they've been around each other for a long time. They just never formed a friendship, and it doesn't seem like one is going to form now. And so she doesn't like Cheyenne. Cheyenne is okay with that. Wait, no, but then she had to say something, and this is like Cheyenne just she will push you. So she gonna say, oh, that's unfortunate that you can't like the fortunate. Wow. Wow. What? Golly, you just got it. You want Brooke. You are here for Brooke. Golly. Okay. So then Brandy, they talk about, then they go to talking about how Brandy exploded at the table in Mexico when they were jabbing her about Jason. She was like, that was her breaking point. Jackie hurt her the most. It was just Jackie talking. Laura was yelling at her. Jackie was yelling at her. It was enough. Then Cheyenne got involved. Brandy stood up. Jackie stood up. And so they was asking Cheyenne, like, you got up too. What was you about to do? So Brandy was like, was you finna try to jump me? And so Cheyenne was like, well, no, I was having Jackie's back, and I was going to get in the middle of you, and you saw it as I was trying to jump you, but no, my intention was to get in between the both of you to calm it down. Yeah, Cheyenne, sure. And you all know that's when Brooke was like, you and your Dancing with the Stars dress. Child, they're not gonna worry me. So then they move on to the kiss in Mexico. So they were playing this game. And so Evelyn was like, well, I was sitting in between Brooke and Jackie. So she got the dare of kiss somebody. So she said, I'm going to sit between Brooke and Jackie. So I went ahead and I picked Brooke. And so Jackie was saying something. And then Brooke gonna say, well, what about when you kissed me, Jackie? And they was all, girl, that flashback had me dying because everybody was like, ugh. Cheyenne was like, what the? So Jackie and Brooke, have they come to a mutual ground was the question. Where do y'all stand? Brooke says, whatever. I don't have no feeling about it. No, I feel no ways about it. Just keep Kayla's name out of your mouth. She just wants everyone to move forward and stop bringing up her daughter's name. It's triggering, and she already has to deal with the fact every day of the loss of her daughter. She does not need you speaking on her baby. Leave it alone. Okay. And so Nina says, like, she hopes this brings her closure. And so then they tell Cheyenne goodbye. Bye, Cheyenne. Bye. Goodbye. Bye. So then they move on to then they move on to Jacil's wedding day. And so there's like, okay, y'all, we got to get some basic etiquette going on here. What is this eating before the wedding? And so they was Evelyn is still like, I didn't think Jacil would be tripping because she's so low key. Jacil said, well, I did mind. I wasn't mad, but I did mind because I didn't want plates on the table, dirty plates at that. I didn't want plates on the table while the photographer was taking pictures, the before the wedding and all that. So then, child, ooh, honey, speaking of marriage, here we go. We are ready for the while we are here joined together in this thing called life. They talk about Jen getting married. Ooh. Jen tells us she feels good and everything is going good. So they talk about, how did some attorney was doing some digging on Christian Gold, Walden, and they found out that his restitution, he's sitting there telling Jen the restitution is $250,000, but the attorney pulled it up. His restitution was only like $12,000 or $12.50. It was either $12.5 or just $12K. And so she said the lawyer doesn't know what she's talking about. Once those hospital bills added up, honey, that restitution ran up. I said, oh my. And hospital bills are a lot. I'm like, because a girl fell out the window, jumped out of a window or something. And I'm sitting here like, oh my. Y'all hear my calculator. So she had almost $24,000. No. She had $238,000 worth of hospital bills. Woo, child. Woo, child. Run it up, run it up. Okay, so Jen let us know it's paid, so leave her alone. The restitution is paid. He did not ask her for any money. They are good. And y'all know Jen did not ask him where he got the money from. He probably scamming some other woman. She don't ask no questions, so she don't know where it came from. But if she's telling the truth, we know she don't even know. He probably stole it from you. He probably didn't ask you for it. You need to check your bank accounts, Jen. He probably stole it from one of your accounts that you don't check that often. Child, he didn't ask. Scammers ain't gonna ask. And actually, he did ask at the table when you was tallying up the monthly $50,000 because it had to be paid in 6 months. But this is a reality show. You can say whatever you want. We're going to find out. That attorney, we're going to go back to that attorney in the YouTube streets and we're going to see if it's really paid. Because now I'm kind of curious. So Evelyn is uneasy about this whole situation. And so Nina Parker asked her, like, why are you over there fidgeting, looking a little weird? She said, it's not because of the restitution, but it's because of the DV. You guys know what I'm saying? The DV. And so Jen is like, well, he was acquitted. And so, well, what was his conviction? He was convicted of false imprisonment. And so Evan is like, yeah, that's a trigger. Especially when you said that Christian would have been better off letting her go, letting her hop in her car, drive off, and getting into a car crash. And so Jen says, oh no, that's what the attorney said, not me. I wasn't being insensitive to you, Brooke. She had touched Brooke on her leg. I was like, I wasn't being insensitive to you. It's just, that's what the attorney said. And it's just like, wow. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, you did, like that was triggering for Brooke because Kayla died. Oh, sorry. Kayla lost her life in a car crash. And here you are. She would have just been better off. Like, what? Oh, yeah, that's terrible, Jen. And you didn't even catch that. That's terrible. Ugh. So Did she even go back to Evelyn being triggered about the DV? Um, I'm not sure. So Brooke was just like, most of us have been in a DV situation, and saying that was very triggering. And so, I know. So Brooke is like, I know you're defending him because that's what you're supposed to do, but no one can tell that victim's story for her. And I was like, there you go. That is exactly my point. Exactly. You can't tell that lady's story. So don't sit here and just, you know, well, she does. I was going to say, don't just sit here and just kind of smooth over it and move on. But that's exactly what Jen does. And that's what she said in the next sentence. Well, we have moved on. We're not talking about that. Blah, blah, blah. And to me, that was insensitive. You could at least say, well, I wish her well. And, I had nothing to do with it, but I do wish her well. Nina then has Jen listen to some unaired audio from the ladies. They're talking about her getting married to Christian. So Evelyn is on there saying, Jen does not have any street smarts. She thinks he's a scammer, talking about Christian. She said her ex was a scammer. And she said, I don't know. It's just nothing is clicking. So, she's calling Jen a bird brain. She's like, nothing is clicking. Like, this is what she likes. And so Jen says Christian is just, it's so unfair to Christian because he's being attacked. Uh, what? Brandy feels they are just tiptoeing around Jennifer about this relationship because they love her so much. Evelyn was like, I just didn't want to Evelyn said I didn't want to investigate him because I didn't want our friendship to end. And I'm like, friendship, I guess they're very different than how they were in Miami. They never got back to that. And I really don't like that for them. Ooh, excuse me. I really don't like that for them. I wish they could gotten closer. They seem to be just little more than cordial because they did go out together this season, but they're just not where they used to be. And it's just like, I wonder why. I guess they're different now, and yeah, they don't want to go down that road again. So Jen says, y'all don't have to agree with my decision. Thank you for the love and the support. I don't always agree with you, Randy, about sticking it out with Jason. So don't bring all that over here. So that pretty much was like, mind your own business. So they wrapped this season up with gifts. I'm like, oh gosh. So someone comes onto the set and brings out these black bags. And so I actually wrote the notes on what they all gave each other. Normally I don't do that. But since I had a nap before I did the review, I have the gifts written down. So Jen gifted Jacelle a devotional for couples, and she's wishing her well on her marriage. Aww. Jacelle gifted Brandy a compact mirror for her to reflect and to continue showing up for herself and talked about how beautiful she is. Aww. Brandy gifted Brooke a frame of them back in the day, and it had, how you could get those stickers with sayings on it. And I didn't even write down what the saying said, but it was cute. They got the joke. They laughed. It seems like Brooke will take it home and hang, and put it somewhere. And I don't know what do you guys think? Was that a little passive aggressive? Is it kind of like a little reminder, like, I'm your best friend, not these heifers? I just sat here and watched you marry Jacelle, and you just sat here and let Evelyn throw me under the bus a few times. I'm the best friend. I wonder, was that a little passive aggressive? What sign is Brooke? Oh, she's a Gemini. No, not Brooke, Brandy. Brandy's a Gemini. Okay, Gemini doing Gemini things. So Jackie gifted Evelyn a rose. Child. And you know what? It wasn't wrapped. And I was like, y'all know when they went to Mexico, she was like, I gotta go, rub one out. She had her toy with her. And I'm like, was that the toy? Because she said, I gave you a rose because it's beautiful. You're single, and this will keep you away from dogs. And they laughed. And she said, I have one too. And I'm like, is that yours? Like, is it yours? Why is it not wrapped? See how a good old nap does you? You notice everything. So they thought that was cute. Baby Jackie laughed at her gift of the rose. Evelyn gifted Jackie a t-shirt that says support your local adult entertainment workers. The act of the entertainment. The three-letter word start a S, end with an X, and there's a vowel in the middle. So it says support your local workers. Brooke gives Jennifer roller skates and some red flags. Shady. That was shady. She said, I gave you the roller skates because you skated through the whole season. And she said, and the red flags are for, well, hey, it's very obvious. I'm not going to go down that road again, but you know what the red flags are for. I was like, that was so cold. That was cold-blooded. That was cold. So I know you didn't get an invite to that wedding, gifting her some red flags. Girl, Jen likes red flags. And that was the season wrap of Basketball Wives season 11. We are done. I don't think there's a second one. They got through the whole season in this one reunion. Bravo. You need to take notes. But I do understand what the difference is. The difference in the style of reunions and how Basketball Wives can rap in one reunion and Bravo, the Real Housewives franchise, has to do 2 and 3 is because they're not real friends in real life. These girls, there's some true friendships in this friend group, so you don't have to have all that back and forth and back again, and all the arguing and all the making up and all the issues and all the layers and layers and layers of drama. So that's what the difference is. So besties, I am gonna see you on the next video. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel. It's a free way of supporting and putting me into the community of YouTube, and I appreciate your support. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, besties.